Football! We are ready, almost, for the 2024 season. We actually got a long ways to go. Let's start the journey. Let's do it. It's time to prioritize player positions, as we do. God damn. And again, I don't really know how the hell this team is going to look. White Fat Rock might end up being a running back as opposed to a quarterback. We shall see. Morrow, you're definitely going to stay where you are. We'll see what happens with White Fat Rock Jr., the former redshirt freshman. Could be a great QB, though. Philip J. Fry. Ooh, he's an 81 wide receiver. We might need him. We might need him at wide out. Taco Supreme No Latisse is also an 81, but he's only a sophomore. Baker and Tymo is going to stay at running back. And LaRon Williams almost doesn't matter. Honestly, he's got to be moved to like fucking fullback or something because we have horrible players at fullback. So we'll leave White Fat Rock Jr.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Elsewhere for
That's
the 35.
a lot of damage.
It's not that much damage, really, Phil. It's not.
That is a lot of damage. Well, guess what? Bring this up real quick because I forgot to move it over. Guess we'll be playing West Virginia and Marshall this year, huh? Fuck's sake. Elsewhere. Thank you. God damn it. You're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful. Thank you for paying the vast majority of the bill for me to watch AEW Revolution this Sunday. When people see this on YouTube in like 2 months, I hope it was a good show. Sure it was. I can't believe that happened. God, what do we do? What do we do here? I think we have to leave him at running back or quarterback. And obviously you can talk about moving picks over, but that's not going to happen. Conte's a 70 wideout, 76 running back. Flannel's a 58. We got some real tough choices to make with this team this year. Real tough choices. Moorhead can play. Oh, Moorhead can play the secondary. Fuck. Oh, man. You know, I might want to go in reverse order here. We have an athlete in Paul Thomas. Same damn thing. Oh my god, he can play the second. Fuck. Okay, we're going to move all athletes to punter for the moment. We're going to move all dual position players, essentially, over to punter. So we can find out where they fit best. Picks is staying at quarterback. He's a goddamn 99. Cool running will stay there. Morrow, I would also identify as a dual position player. Philip J. Fry is a dual position player. Taco Supreme No Latisse. Baker and Tymo should probably stay where he is at. N'Golo Kante. Williams is definitely a dual position player. Like everybody, though. Like everybody on this team. Oh, man. Alright, that's not the way to do it. We got to start off by putting everybody in their best overall position. And we'll adjust it from there. We'll take that approach this time. So, Paul Thomas's best positions at safety. Taco Supreme No Latisse. Could be a fucking phenomenal wide receiver. Best position's running back. White Fat Rock Jr. Best position is still quarterback. LaRon Williams. We'll put him running back instead of quarterback. Lumberjack Flannel is a 58 running back. This is going to be maybe the toughest set of choices we've ever had in terms of setting up a team. That's all I can do right now, though, is just get everybody into their best overall position and take it from there. Like, that's it. Baker and Tymo's in his best spot. Can't play defense. N'Golo Kante is in his best spot. Ron Williams. Leave him there for the moment. Lumberjack flannel. This sucks, man. This sucks. Craven Moorhead. 82, wide receiver. Buck Necked's an 81, coming off of an amazing season. Hot Wheels is a 79. Locksmith a 77. Joe Parham. Tough call. I'll leave him there, I guess. Natural wide receiver. Samsung looking okay. Bruce DeCock. Also in his best position. Lester Hayes. Easily in his best position. Scotty Marks. I'm going to have to really focus here. This is tough. Isaac Upshaw. His best position. Jeff Brown. His as well. And tight end wise, Sean Avery is in his best spot. DeGlester, Hard Dunkachud is best served at wide receiver. Okay. So if these are the players in their best positions, we'll leave that. Running back wise and then wide receiver wise, we need people that can play fullback and tight end. Flannel's a 40. Williams is a 55. Conte is a 62. I think we have our two fullbacks, N'Golo Conte and LaRon Williams, because they're not immediately terrible there. And then we need tight ends. Fry's a 60. 74 for No Latisse, which obviously isn't ideal to potentially play him there. Flannel's terrible. It's going to have to be wide receivers. Moorhead's a 54. Necked's a 52. Wheels a 53. Smith a 51. Parham's a 49. Samsung's a 44. 48. Oh my god. We have nobody that's a good tight end convert, do we? Not a single one. Which means we pretty much have to move Conte over. We got to move Williams over. Which means Lumberjack Flannel gets to enjoy playing fullback again this year. Well, actually, maybe not. There were wide receivers who might have been a little bit better. Brown's a 40. 40. 40. 40. 40. Yeah, 41 for DeCock. Dunkachud's a 40. Yeah, we're boned in terms of fullback and tight end. We'll move Jeff Brown over. Sorry, Jeffrey. Actually, hold on, one more check. Definitely moving Lumberjack Flannel back to fullback. This is brutal. I mean, yeah, Jeff Brown's a 3-star. He's only a 61. He is fast. Upshaw's not very fast. 6'4". Upshaw's a big boy. We'll go fullback for him. You might want that height at receiver. So, again, I'd love to find a way for White Fat Rock to fit in on this team, but at a 78, he just doesn't fit. You could move Fry over to wide receiver, but I think we'll get some pretty good player development this year, so I think it is just still for the best to have these guys, with the exception of the fullbacks and the tight ends, just in the best possible positions for them. And we get to the O-line, and yeah, we still have the rest of the team to sort out. It's scary, just sorting out that was difficult enough. Just sorting that out is difficult enough. I mean, we could technically move an offensive lineman to fullback. The problem is they're going to have shit carrying stats. They'll be better at blocking, so they'll show up as better than a 40. But God forbid you hand them the ball, they're like a guaranteed fumble. Guaranteed fumble. Unless we find one guy. Yeah, I mean, look at the carrying ratings. The best carrying ratings to 45. Guaranteed fumble. So, good in theory, but at the same time, not going to work. Our offensive line's going to suck this year, by the way. Let's see. Quagmire goes up by 2. Brady stays the same. Philanthropy up by 1. 2 up by 1. Dickinson stays the same. We'll move Quagmire into the middle. Brady stays. Philanthropy up by 1. Fatu. Tiny Dickinson will be the right tackle. Up by 1 for Quagmire. Up by 2 for Zoanthropy. Up by 2 for Fatu. Move Fatu over. Move Quagmire to right guard. This O-line's gonna suck. This O-line is gonna absolutely suck. Down by 1 for Newton. Down by 2 for Mash. Sampson goes down by 2. Clausen down by 1. So Newton, Clausen get moved over. Wapa down by 1. Hall goes up by 1. Rivero stays the same. So move Rivero into the middle too. Let's move Bangers and Mash over to right tackle. Sampson behind Tom Brady. And then here's Zoanthropy stays. Newton up by 3. Clausen up by 4. Wapa up by 2. Hall up by 1. Rivero up by 3. So Clausen gets moved over. Newton can get moved over as well. And boy, our depth. Our depth is really being tested. Broncos, what's going on? That is the O-line this year. Pray for good development is the only thing that can be said. The defensive side of things, I'm still totally uncertain about the offensive side. Just because there are certain dudes who will be in a depth role that I don't want necessarily to be in a depth role, but I don't think we have much of a choice. It's a good thing that we have... Well, it's a good thing in a sense that we have some good talent that just won't be able to play, but... Like White Fat Rock, even if we move him to running back, he's just not going to be able to play. Unless we move him to running back and then we move Fry to wide receiver, like I mentioned. Honestly, that might be the idea. Like, White Fat Rock's not a good running back, but at least he'd get to play from time to time. And then we could always move him back to quarterback next year. We're going to move him to running back. We're going to move Fry to wide receiver. And yeah, Fry's got 90 speed. Or that was Craven. Fry's got 88 speed. That's okay. So now we'll have no Latisse, White Fat Rock Jr., and Baker and Tymo. And then now for sure we're going to have some good wide receivers this year, which I think is the best case scenario, is to have some damn good wide receivers. I feel better about that. I feel better about that. Let's see. McTugson's definitely a DT. Knife Pervert up by 1. Reese stays the same. Ballsec up by 5. Chin up by 4. Miranda up by 5. Beaver stays the same. Mohican stays the same. Nuts. Williams up by 2. Albert up by 1. Hall actually drops. Hunter up by 3. And Jackson up by 4. We'll move Reese over. We'll move Beaver over. A lot of defensive ends at this stage now. DT is looking okay. Linebackers. There are some that I'm pretty much going to auto-cut. That ended up being walk-ons last year. Although I might end up with more walk-ons, so go figure. Let's see, middle linebacker. So Perry drops by 1. Soul drops. Middle World Peace drops. Inoki stays the same. Bust also stays the same. Coleman. Actually, I'm doing that in reverse order. Shouldn't be doing it that way. At least not yet. Johnson goes up by 1. That's what we need. Dick goes up by 1. McIntyre up by 1. And now we can fill it out since the rest of these guys don't really move. So keep the 2 middle linebackers. Meta World Peace will move to the outside, as will Inoki. And from there, we are looking okay. We'll actually move Parker Coleman out. Oh, baby. And then, the secondary. don't really think we're in a position of needing to move anybody over to linebacker. I mean, I guess in theory, but we already have good linebackers, so then it would be the option of we'll move a linebacker down to defensive end, but I don't really think we need help there either. So, let's see what we got. Doesn't position changing, back and forth, lower awareness. I mean, maybe, but it is what it is. To be honest, most people have shit awareness anyway. I mean, he only has a 37 awareness at middle linebacker. Awareness is a stat that often isn't strong anyway for a lot of people. All right, Arceus. I mean, he goes up by 5. He's going to be moved. Klitschko massively goes up. Ball's only up by 1. Byron stays the same. Number 1's going to be a big improvement. Thomas is going to be a big improvement. Apple stays. And your ass stays. Butterball can get moved. Burrow's up by 2. Macaque's up by 2. Bueller up by 5. Kitty Fox going to be a big improvement. As is Ray Wood. Dwayne Johnson. Yes, we ended up with a guy named Dwayne Johnson and Mathis. So, obviously some people will be moved back over the corner. That's a guarantee. Arceus drops by 4. Klitschko drops by 2. Number 1 goes up. Thomas drops by 3. Kitty Fox goes up by 2. Butterball drops by 3. Bueller drops by 2. Burrows drops by 3. Macaques drops by 3. Wood goes up by 1. Johnson drops by 1. Mathis drops as well. So strong safety, we're set. I mean, pretty much Klitschko, right? Arceus drops by 5. Klitschko drops by freaking 6. 7 even. All right, so Arceus is the one that's going to get moved over the corner. And we'll have Klitschko at safety. And then Thomas drops by 4. He's a freshman. He's not going to get any better. Butterball drops by 4. Bueller by 5. Burrows only by 2. We'll move him back over. Macaques only by 2. Johnson falls off, and Mathis falls off. Okay. A little bit better there. Then the kicker-punter situation. These are the 3. Fairly obvious. Cream of Wheat will be the punter for 1 season. Dufed Boy takes over as kicker. Done deal. So this, above all else, is one that we really, really struggled to set up for this season, but we're having to be a little bit aggressive in moving certain into primary position setups here. It's going to be interesting, especially with these training results, but I feel like these moves might just pay off. So Pix gets even better, as does Brosella. He's up to an 89, so he'll take over next year. We'll have 2 years of Brosella as a starter, even though he's a pocket passer. 99 awareness for Pix. 88 throw power for him. Now, Brosella has an arm and a half, though. Holy shit. We're going to be able to stick with the air raid. We're going to be able to stick with the air raid for sure. Cool Running has a cannon of an arm. Taco Supreme, no Latisse, is a sophomore, and he's a 90. 3 years of Taco Supreme. We need to make sure we're running the ball a little bit more this year. White Fat Rock is an 82 as a freshman. And then Baker and Timo's an 83 as a sophomore. So I tried to make sure White Fat Rock would get to play more as a running back. That's not really going to happen. We moved him over from quarterback. He is an athlete. So I don't know if that was a good decision or not. It'll make him a little bit better as a scrambler, though, which helps. Fullback-wise, Flannel's going to be a 43, whatever. So Moorhead's an 87. Fry moves from running back to wide receiver. He'll be an 86. Neckett an 85. Wheels an 84. Smith an 83. So I think moving Philip J. Fry over was a good idea. That makes that receiver core much, much better. That's the best receiving core depth-wise we've ever had. Avery's an 85 at tight end. Conte is 67. He's played running back, fullback, and tight end now. It's ridiculous. Tom Brady III is an 82. Zincavius Zoanthropy is an 80. Salofa Fatu an 82. 85 for Glenn Quagmire, and is 75 for Tiny Dickinson. So, again, the O-line's the worst it's been in a long, long time. Eaton Beavers at a 76. 84 for Knife Pervert. 90 for McToogson. 83 for Ballsack. Linebackers, 84 for Meta World Peace. 94 for Perry, and an 89 for Ed Lasol as a junior. Anoki at an 84. 88 Arceus at corner. 81 Byron. 80 Ball. Okay, so the secondary is definitely improved. Klitschko's a 90, and Taiwan #1's an 89. Dufed Boy will be a 95 for the season with 99 kick power. Fuck's sake, 96 accuracy. And Cream of Wheat's a 94. Not bad. Not bad. The outlook is pretty strong. In terms of cutting players, we only have to cut 9 people. And what I want to do first is just kind of a rough little run through here to see if I had anybody signed that we weren't supposed to have. Again, Canada and the 6 New England states. Oh my God, Zoanthropy. We gotta cut him. We gotta cut him. He's not allowed. I don't even know why he was here. That's a huge loss. That is a huge, huge loss. The O-line just went from bad to worse. He's gone. He's gone. It's that simple. He has to go. I don't know why he's here in the first place. Eaton Beaver has to go. He's out of Washington. Rhode Island, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Canada, Connecticut, New Hampshire. Who else do we have? Were those the only 2? Again, I don't even know why they were here. It's not like we recruited them. We would have noticed the mistake. First round bust was another one. I can't cut him. He'd be under the minimum required position, so we can't cut first round bust. Should have moved somebody back over to linebacker. I should have looked out for this a little bit closer when sitting with the team. Kyle Griffin as well. Apparently I have no middle linebackers. We're going to have essentially 2 walk-ons at middle linebacker this year. And then corner-wise, we're looking good there. In terms of safeties, we're good. All right, we're okay. So only 2 people that I was able to let go of. So in terms of other cuts, wide receiver-wise, obviously there's a lot of options here. Anybody under a 70, Marks, Tate, Brown, they all have to go. We just don't have room for them. We simply don't. And then Parham was a JUCO, but he's already a junior. There's no space for him either. Honestly, we might just be able to pull off these cuts at wide receiver alone. Let's see if there's anybody else that we desperately want to get rid of. I do not know what the hell that O-line is going to look like this year. Defensive tackle. We can get rid of Nick Jackson. I mean, he's the lesser of the 2. Young Bucks reference and all. Could get rid of a corner. I prefer not to. We can definitely get rid of a safety or 2. And we will. We'll get rid of Dwayne Johnson. I know it's a natural Dwayne Johnson, and then Mathis is also done. And with that, we're down to 70. So it was actually pretty quick and easy. We're about ready to get this season set up. I mean, we know 2 of the teams that we're going to play this year. I'm trying to remember who I was going to schedule for this next season as well. I feel like we should schedule Washington again after what happened last year. We'll see if we end up with any more walk-ons. So I feel like we already know 3 of the teams we're going to schedule here before our conference games. That'll be Washington, West Virginia, and Marshall. I think will be what we're looking at. Is there a reason why the light on my Xbox is like dimming out? It's really weird. We're ranked 7th in the nation. Again, we won the ACC for the first time last year, but didn't win the conference, and that's why it's like disconnected. That's really weird. Hello? Controller? Weird, but all right. All right. So week 10, we know we want that to be open. We avoid Miami, but Virginia is back on the list this year. So week 10, we want to be a bye week. And probably week 5 as a break in between. So, first and foremost, no Washington there. Do we have... Well, I mean, shit, they said West Virginia. West Virginia's there. We're looking for Marshall or Washington. There's Washington. There's Marshall. Do we get to play Washington this year? We do. So I want to play Washington again to avenge last year. We'll play Marshall and West Virginia for the first time. That leaves week 1 open. Let's see who's out there, if there's any interesting matchups. And the answer is not really. I mean, Baylor, who's basically an FCS team. They lost to one a couple of years ago. Now let's play Baylor. We've played Utah before, and I don't want to play a ranked Utah team right now. No thanks. We'll take on Baylor. That'll be a road game. We'll play Washington at home, Marshall, and West Virginia on the road. I know it's only a B- strength of schedule. That will change. People are saying Cincinnati over Baylor. I'm willing to do that. Some people are saying Colorado State as well. I'm going Baylor. I'm going to go with my gut. So I know it's only a B- strength of schedule. We know that's a lie. That'll change. Don't worry about it. We've been to Boise already, so I like to see different stadiums. I think that'll be the schedule for the year. We'll obviously handle the red shirts once we have the renaming done. So the last thing I want to do right now before that is I want to take a look at the recruits this year. Last year's recruitment class was probably the weakest we've ever seen. It'd be nice to have a bounce back this year. He's out of Missouri. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Damn it. Damn it. All right. We start off in Connecticut. 4-star. Akaika? Okay. We got Jackson, Ryan Robinson, Derek Brown, James Frazier, Kevin Montgomery. And then out of the 2 stars, no fullbacks, no tight ends. There was a punter in Will Thomas, but we don't need him. So not a horrible start out of Connecticut. What about Maine? Ooh. Only 2 3-stars out of Maine. Maine giveth and Maine taketh. 2 people out of Rockland. One out of Biddeford, one out of Bangor. No one says Bangor, by the way. It's just Bangor. Mike Carr. Dean, and then out of the 2 stars, man, we are really struggling. Boy, are we struggling to find the proper, like, top-end targets all of a sudden. Massachusetts and New Hampshire, there's literally just 1 player and he's a 2-star. Oh boy, that puts even more pressure on us this season. This is not looking like a good class. There is a tight end in Mike Quinn. He's only a 2-star. Vermont. Oh my god. This might... I stand corrected about the worst recruitment class. Canada, holy shit. We haven't seen a fullback in forever. This is bad. I have 17 people on the board to start off. 17. We'll have to scout out we're gonna have to scout out some of the 2 stars. The problem is there's really no like major position of need. Holy shit. We discussed adding a state. We fucking might have to. We might have to sooner rather than later. New York is not a part of New England. We're gonna have to add the 2 stars right out of the gates, which is brutal. We are gonna have to add the 2 stars right out of the gates. Just to have some options, for the love of God. Again, our limitations are the 6 New England states and Canada, hence being Boston College, the northeasternmost school in this game, without creating a team. All right, well, adding the 2 stars gets us up to 29, which still isn't great. Means we can afford to miss out on 4 prospects. So... 50, not really, gotta be honest. What state would we add? I mean, New York would probably be the natural shout for the next state to add. So, we'll see what happens. For now, we got our list. A lot of quarterbacks that we don't need. Jackson's a bust. He's down to a 70. Jesus Christ. Ryan Young's a 70. Ingram a 51. Wilson's a 62. There are some people that we will not actually bother scouting out this year or even trying to recruit because they're just shit. Both these tight ends we need desperately, though. Even the 53 Oliver Brown, we need him desperately. At least Mike Quinn's not that bad. +5 for Ferguson. Any other major improvements? +3 for Everett. Harrison's up by 6. That's not bad. Carr's down by 3. Nash up by 4. +2. A -5. And a +7. Marcus Johnson. That's it for our points. So yeah, rough scenes 2 years in a row in terms of recruitment classes. That's going to be a big problem.